All right, here are my three audience members, and then we have my grandma, and then my grandpa,
Hi, Papa.
and then my aunt. All right, there you go. We good? All right, so I want you guys to think about your future even now. We're all taxpayers in the room. Do any of you guys like paying taxes, having that money taken out of your check every week? Because I know when I read all the money that's getting taken out of my checks a week, I get pretty sad. Now I want you to think about if that were to suddenly drastically increase, like maybe by a couple $1,000s a year, where you're losing that much in taxes. This, unfortunately, would be the reality if college were made free. And I know everybody, when they hear free college, they'll start to think, oh, student loans, terrible, the debt and everything. It's so awful, we can save kids this burden. Yeah, but you're not really saving them because nothing's free in this world. The money has to come from somewhere. Nobody's going to work for free. That's charity. Now, me personally, I have done countless hours of research on this because it's such a relevant topic. Because I'm starting my college career right now. And as much as I'd love to have to not pay for my college, I'd rather do what we're doing right now and pay for my own student loans. And administrations have been going back and forth on this topic for years because there's so many pros and cons to free college. But the pros do not outweigh the cons. With all that being said, let's get into why free college is such a bad idea. Now, first of all, nothing is free in this world. Free college isn't free in the slightest. Books need bought, professors need paid, the janitorial staff needs paid. I mean, there's a lot of components that go into a college, and none of these people are going to work for free, especially professors who spent as long as it takes to become a doctor getting their education to mold young minds. They're not going to go to a big university and be like, yeah, I'm going to take a pay cut. You know what? No, I'm going to work for free just to better society. As nice as that sounds, that doesn't pay the bills. No one's going to do that. So the money has to come from somewhere, and that somewhere is going to be the taxpayer dollars. The government's going to go to the taxpayers and say, hey, guys, is it cool if we just start taking a few $1,000s extra a year out of you guys' paychecks? Yeah, cool. Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and do that. And everyone's gonna be sitting there like, no, I don't really like that idea. Now this is talked about by Vince Norton in his article, Why Free College Isn't Free. He discusses how property taxes are going to go up it's the same like if you live, like based on the school district you live in. If you live in a school district that has a really nice school, your property taxes are gonna be pretty high because you have to pay for that school district. If you live in an area with a really crappy school district, then your property taxes aren't going to be near as high. The same is going to apply to college, too. Now, we're going to be, I think we would be paying taxes on, like, Kent Tusk, where we live. But say somebody who lives up by Ohio Northern, they're going to have to pay their property taxes that go towards that school. And that tuition is about 20 times higher than Kent Tusk a year. So that's not going to really sit well with the people who live next to these Ivy League, very elite schools. Not that there's anything wrong with Kent Tusk, it's just not Ohio Northern. So you're going to be still paying a significant amount a year for your college, but the difference is you never quit paying for college. You're never getting rid of your student loan. There's no end of the tunnel. You just pay those taxes until you die. And you're stuck paying for other people to go to college when there's a decent chance they might waste your money. And that's my next point. If somebody drops out of a class or fails a class or drops out of college entirely, there's no ramifications for them. They have no skin in the game. They don't care. They have nothing. All they have here is to gain. They have nothing to lose. They're not putting anything in themselves. they're going to have no financial motivation. Like, if I drop out of college, I am wasting thousands of my own dollars. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my own money. But say I'm some 20-something-year-old kid, college isn't really working out for me. I didn't pay for it, so what's it really matter? They have nothing to lose here. And my next point is, this leads me into my next points, completion ratings of classes and college in general is going to drop drastically. Because kids say they're not doing well in a class. Like me, I'll use myself as an example. I really wanted to withdraw from calculus because I am terrible at calculus. But I didn't for two reasons. One, I'm not a quitter. And two, as much as I wanted to, I knew I didn't want to have to pay for the class, because if you withdraw, it doesn't affect your GPA, but you have to pay for the class then, and that's bad news bears. I didn't want to pay for the class. But say if college is free, there's no financial ramifications for withdrawing from a class. So kids like me who care about their GPA, they might just think, if I drop out of this class, if I withdraw, my GPA is fine. I don't have to pay for it, and I don't have to take the final. That's sounding pretty good right now. So then, you are just wasting people's money in a cycle that will never end. And yeah, that might not apply to everybody, but it's going to apply to more people than you think. I mean, thousands of people drop out of college every year, but at least then they're wasting their own money. Now you have all these thousands of people, and you're going to have even more people now that are going to college because they're thinking, it's free, why not? Let's head up for a semester or a year and give college a shot. You're going to have all these people going up, and then on the second day they're going to be like, yeah, this ain't for me. I think I'm going to have to drop out. And then all that money, all those books, everything, wasted. And now let me talk about college builds useful skills in life. Like, for me personally, even though I'm not quite at the level like my older sister is, where she has student loans and she's doing all of this stuff herself and she has found a new level of independence, I'm starting that transition now into that new independence and adult lifestyle. But for her, it's teaching her how to manage her money. She's learning how to budget for her life. And she as a whole has become a lot more mature just from going to college. Because you get out and you're with other adults, it helps build social skills. It helps teach you how to manage your money. I mean, taking out student loans is usually the first loan you're going to take out. And it can allow you to, not only you'll need to build credit to get that loan, which can apply later in life, but it's also going to teach you how to manage your money to pay for other loans in life, like house payments and such. And if you take that opportunity away from kids might go up and their first loan might be getting a house. And they might not realize that, man, I needed to build credit to take out this loan. I can't afford a house. And the bank's not giving me a loan right now either because I don't have any credit. My credit score is 0. So, and they might think, I already burned the bridge with my family. I can't exactly move back in, so, yeah, I'm sleeping in my car tonight. I'm going to be sleeping there tomorrow, and I'm going to be sleeping there the next day. My point is, we shouldn't be taking away these life skills from kids, because paying for college might suck. Nobody wants to do it. But nobody wants to pay the taxes. Nobody's going to want to waste money. And nobody wants to take away this opportunity for kids to grow and really find themselves in college. And to become adults. Because college is going to be a slap in the face. But a lot of people need that to mature and grow in life. After all this, I hope you can agree with me that the cons outweigh the pros here for free college. To summarize, free college isn't a good thing. The amount of money that has to go into it is atrocious. Property taxes are going to go up in a measurable amount. Kids who prioritize their GPAs are going to be withdrawing from classes that they're not doing well in instead of putting the extra work in because there's no financial ramifications for them at all. They have absolutely nothing to lose. It kind of just can promote laziness Like I said, if you have no skin in the game, what's it really matter to you? Like, you're not going to lose anything. I mean, yeah, you might have to bite the bullet and have to go tell your professor, yeah, I'm withdrawing. This isn't working for me. So, in summation, I personally am not a big fan of free college. I think it develops a lot of skills kids will need later in life. I think the property taxes would be ridiculous. And I think it promotes kids to try to better themselves. Because when you're paying for it, you're going to have that sense of accomplishment when you get it done. When you pay off that student loan. When you pass that class and you're like, I paid for this. I did this for myself. You're going to feel that sense of pride. You take that all away, kids aren't going to care. I mean, I wouldn't care if my college was free. I'd probably just go, and if I didn't do good, I didn't do good. It was free. I didn't waste any of my own money. Just think back to yourselves as kids. Wasn't college helpful to you regardless of how it might have turned out? I think it all bettered everyone here as individuals. That's what I want you to think about. Thank you guys for listening. Here, my audience is still here. Him, her, Betty, my mom, and my grandparents, and my aunt, I believe, is still over on the couch. There she is. All right, thank you guys for listening, and this is the last one. Thank you.